So Wardy, that's 4 home wins in a row. Another clean sheet. You must be pretty chuffed tonight.
Yes, really happy. I think clean sheet's the most important thing. I think Kings Langley battered us a bit in the first half. Few crosses come into our box which we've struggled to deal with in the past. Set pieces coming in, and it was good to see us deal with it. We showed a bit of maturity and something that we've probably not shown from the start of the season.
In the end, the second half was a lot more dominant, helped of course by the early goals. Was that one of the better halves of football you've seen this season?
Yeah, there was a lot of positives from it, wasn't there? 'Cause we was a totally different side second half. Really helps getting an early goal because the momentum shifts in our favour, doesn't it? So on that side of it, brilliant. We always play good football, just sometimes we don't kill games off enough, do we? And we've seen that at Nuneaton away. Played some nice football, but we just didn't have that killer instinct and to see the game out. But listen, a win's a win. However you win, it's still the same thing. It's still 3 points at the end of the day, isn't it?
Perhaps a little bit lucky with the penalty that was saved in the end in the first half. Was that a bit of a warning sign to you that you couldn't sort of let off at any point, could you?
Definitely, and they probably deserve to get back in the game. You look at the first 45 minutes, they certainly deserve to get back in the game if they'd have scored that. But on the other side of it, we should have had a penalty as well, which it's a Stonewall penalty. Everyone in the ground can see it, apart from the 3 men in black. So we asked him about it. He said, "Come and show it us later, because we have got it, and there's definitely contact, and it's a definite pen, and it's certainly not a yellow card."
I was going to say, because he was actually booked for it as well. 2 or 3 bookings later on as well. Was that a bit frustrating as well to see?
No, not really. I think professional fouls, if you're taking them in the right area, then by all means do it. At the end of the day, if it stops them scoring and it keeps a clean sheet for the team, then in my opinion, that's the most important thing, because that's the only way we're going to build momentum, with keeping clean sheets and being good from back to front.
Big crowd today, obviously, with the free entry put on by the chairman as well. Good to see them perform in front of a big crowd, because in the past, sometimes when these things have happened, players are frozen, but it's a different story this time, and it was a good performance, which hopefully will get a lot of these people back again in the future.
Well, that's the plan, isn't it? We know, obviously, that this time of year, cost of living's gone through the roof, everything's going through the roof for people, so I think it's just our way to give back to the local community, the fans, and it's a great gesture from the club at the end of the day. And if we get an extra 50 people through the door on a regular basis, then it's a bonus all round, isn't it?
Back on the road next week to Redditch, lunchtime kick-off as well. Is that going to affect preparation anyway? It's not as common a thing as it to kick off at that time at this level. So does that sort of change how you approach it?
No, not really. Still, everyone's playing early that day, isn't it? Aren't they? So there's no real excuse for anything. So excuses, there's none there. You've just got to get on with it, because it's the same for both teams. So it's just one of those games. It's going to be a tough game. We know that, but hopefully we can carry on with our momentum, keep going in the right direction.
It's 5 wins in 7 now, so some good form to build on, and edging closer to that sort of playoff area points-wise.
Yes, you mentioned the playoff area. Everyone seems to mention it, but no, there's still a lot of games to go. I think we've got 24 games left of the season, so there's still a long way to go. We can't get carried away with what we're doing now. As they say, it's a marathon, not a sprint, isn't it? So as long as we can maintain our levels along the way, which we reached in the second half today, then we should be there or thereabouts.
Great. Cheers, Wardy.
No problem.